bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. You see the reflection of yourself.
Hey, okay. 3 cops. Me, you. Nah, the harbor's in complete lockdown. Everett's orders. We don't. Gonna sit tied, get drunk, and mourn our fallen comrades till boss man sends word.
He gives you a quick...
I see you found yourself a little... You can keep it. I don't mind. I can appreciate beauty when I see it. Is it now? Well, enjoy it. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Is there something I can do for you? Yes, very responsible. Sure, I don't know. Maybe the end has begun.
He's so exhausted following recent events. He doesn't even have...
Awakana the
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it. The bed is coming.
Officer, what happened? You're limping.
You're not limping. You're you. She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
Everyone does that, in a way. You don't have to get shot for that. What happened to you anyway? We heard gunshots from the town.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
So you're a killer? That's good, I guess. I guess. Better than being dead. Hi. I guess you are. I understand that's how it goes. Of course. Can I help you with something?
Get the drink on. It would be unimaginable for a human female to have sex with a man without...
Funny.
Great. It's okay. She just hasn't figured out.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead. I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with Ethan.
That's cool. You boast in your bacterial infection.
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti...
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do. Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means...
Aye, aye, Captain.
If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for...
Aye.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's...
The scruffy head.
On that island, that's, nothing. It's just a seafront and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And we make a fire. We make a fire. Mm-hmm. Gather the sticks for the fire and bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
I don't know what those are. They're eyes. The fire guy.
They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
I don't know.
Did you mean there?
Yes. No. Yes.
Let's go with yes.
Because he asks to put the fire out. I don't know. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes. No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Anything else? What did...
I don't know. We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there. Our father killed himself. Don't say that, he didn't.
A dull pain flashes through your mind.
I don't know. Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you.
The two things are unconnected. Your question didn't make sense.
There's a...
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
أوتانا
Man, you're like bleeding. Of course. Drink first, story later. If you find any, I'd be extremely grateful. Of course. Drink first, story later. Not much, but it will do. This last one is the most Martinet story I've ever heard. I've never heard it mentioned outside of here. At first, I thought it was a joke, to be honest. But I've been on the coast 8, 9 months now.
A shovel hits the sand somewhere behind the reeds, near an abandoned construction yard. The young men look over their shoulders suspiciously. The sound of their digging seems loud in the sudden silence.
Magic animals? No, man, this is serious stuff. No, Tequila. Most people already know where they live. It's guys like you and... Hey, hey! All kinds. I've seen archaeologists, gangsters...
Wait, there's a tingling back here. The
You know, obsessive type. Some of those expeditions come back after a week or so, looking The first time I saw one of these expeditions, I thought they were fucking with...
There's no way.
I'm not even sure I should be telling you this story, to be perfectly honest. You're in a fragile state, and it might be too much for you to handle. Okay, fine, I'll tell you. But I'm warning you, it's pretty out there. There was this designer. His exact name is lost to history, but in life, he was a legend. Made it big in Aranya, where he did some real pioneering work on... That is, if he even existed.
He existed, all right. You feel it deep within your basal ganglia. I'm talking about...
Anyway, sometime later he started his own personal studio here in Martinez. And that's when he started working on some...
A paradigm-shattering revolutionary?
But then something turned. You see, it's widely known that nose candy and pioneer graphic design work go hand in hand. You know Tequila, nose candy, the White Railroad, party powder.
The kids on the streets also call it Snow Day.
Or Emalan gold. For the plateau on which most of the world's supply is grown.
Sinus Sol.
Can't see, for its popularity among the aristocrats.
Along with a number of more banal street names. Blow, of course. He's talking about cocaine.
Shit yeah, Tequila. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not surprised. You've got to understand, The work this guy was doing was so high concept that Now, as you might imagine, snorting that much...
Right. Wrong. All day, baby.
Hey, tequila, pay attention. The story goes that one day he was balls deep in work on what he thought would be his pièce de résistance. Apparently the idea was too high concept even for this genius. He dropped dead right at his desk before he could finish. His last words are recorded to have been, "It's as white as a blizzard of cocaine." I know, tequila. I know. But the story doesn't end there. Supposedly, when they performed the autopsy, the coroner...
That's almost certainly anatomically impossible. Wrong again, nerd. Where there's a will,
That's right. 250 grams of blow had accumulated in there over the years. We're talking high-grade Saramaritsian pure. Not that cut-rate shit your grandma does. There are those who believe the designer was buried with this quarter key of nose candy still lodged in his sinuses.
the cocaine skull.
The cocaine skull. Here's the kicker. This designer, this lead designer of a world-famous design, that's why he brought his studio here, back to where it all began. And that's why they buried him here, too. Or probably further down the coast, or in some yard.
No, my grandma always told me his grave lay somewhere on the islets on the bay.
This is ludicrous and physically impossible. Sinuses can contain that amount of any.
Now, detective. My only question is, where does one get a shovel?
The archaeologists say they want to put it in a museum. The gangsters say they want to sell it on the black market.
Bullshit. They just want to snort it. But you could beat them to it, Harry. You could...
I'm pretty sure they all just want to...
And why wouldn't they, eh? Sounds like right.
Don't listen to him or his grandma.
No, my grandma told me. I've heard other people say it too. That it's underwater.
Or maybe it's in the air. Or in an ancient state pyramid.
In a pyramid? Now that would be something.
They're pretty vague about it in general. The gangsters like to... The archaeologists act all official about it, saying they're The junkies, for some reason, are pretty upfront about it. They just say they're looking to snort some...
Honest men on an honest quest. You should join them.
By now, I'd say I know about as much about it as anyone on the coast. Whoa. Hold on just a minute.
What?
For one, the way is blocked by that big lorry that says Delta Logistics Company on the side. You definitely have to search the area behind that lorry too, yet it is impassable. And second, outfitting an expedition like that is expensive. It'd have to be a big production to do the cocaine skull. It's just not feasible within the economic and temporal frame of our current setup. Matter of fact, unless a bunch of money just...
I have to agree. We barely have what we need to solve the case we've got now. We can't afford to run around chasing after quasi-mythical. Besides, it would look extremely bad for the RCM to be caught up in something that has the word cocaine writ large on it. The PR is tricky on this.
Wait. Maybe there's another one.
Yeah, well, that's the reality situation for you. Who knows, though? Maybe someday we'll get our chance. Not that I can think of, currently. That might be the case. Right. A story specific to Mart. I've never heard it mentioned outside of here. At first,
A shovel hits the sand somewhere behind.
all kinds.
Wait, there's a tingling back.
Some of those the first time I saw one of
There's no way. You.
I'm not even sure I should. Okay, fine. There was this designer.
He existed. I'm talking.
Anyway,
A paradigm.
but then you've got to now, as you
Right. Wrong. All day.
Hey, tequila. Apparently but the story doesn't end.
That's all wrong again.
That's right. There are those who believe that there's
The cocaine scum.
the cocaine. Here's the that's why
No, my grand.
This is ludicrous.
Now, detective. My only question is,
good thing.
what?
For one, and second, outfit it's just
I have to agree. Besides,
What are you talking?
you're lost.
that's alright.
Uncle.
There's no waking him.
The legend. He's back. And firstly, I got smokes and piss and a little speed to spice things up.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see it? An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. It's like something snaps in you. A nerve ending. A thought. Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you.
Yes?
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle and you're... Have you made all the necessary preparations? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
What? Fine. Let's blast.
Sad FM is a radio station specializing in sad, slow rock songs.
Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Eternally. Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last and the trees are green and overhanging, feather light free and everlasting. And the trees are green and overhanging, feather light free and everlasting. Want to be free.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine. In the silence, a sputter of wing. There is very little wind here today.
Let's go.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the...
Ah, yes, so it seems. For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies?
As a defensive measure, locked... The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea. The flock of quail departs. On the islet, there is almost no wind, just the light movement of air like a silent orchestra tuning, of great importance to the few who attend. A silent hiss, sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree. The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before a low hum, the air slowly moves through a concrete box. Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow, called a mamadakwa.
Yes?
This is where a lesser man would stop to think about the pain shooting up his right leg and into his groin. Not you.
I have. Is that why we're stopping?
The lieutenant nods. Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor, and on most are soft covers. Serialized fantastique and detective story, popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists, and among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find
Someone's made themselves a home.
soft covers, serialized fantastique, and detective. Not that you can tell. This is a digest of someone who's dead bored. Most of it is for entertainment. Maybe it's a little old-fashioned. There's a nude mag. The print in some of these is pretty small, though. old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift with makeshift electric. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired. Downstairs, somewhere? Liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout. The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter.
If anyone stayed here, they'd need a generator. A hollow ring, the canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher.
That is his idea of a joke. A small agony. Minuscule bones may have fractured, but it proves the point. He nods approvingly. He even smiles.
Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm.
The wind outside picks up suddenly. Green paint flecks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of the keys rattle like teeth. This keyboard.
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator, urgence, ouvert, allumé, radiodiffusé. Sounds like this device was used to control the electronics here. Maybe it still does.
This device was used to control the electronics in the room. It could open doors, control lights, function as a radio computer.
We need to restore power before using this, officer. The generator, it didn't look like there was fuel in. We should look around outside. There are barrels all over.
The boat engine.
But officer, then we would have to swim back to the mainland. Let's just look.
The consul stands by, mutely. Urgence, ouvert, reads a dial key. Allumé, reads another. Nothing happens. The dial slides under the glass.
Insular. This is an off-air radio computer, I believe, used for military.
It's an air-gapped system, an off-air military model. Its circuits are near. There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. And an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts. The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Moteri.
I may have been wrong when I said it was unimportant. This means the same person could have visited both locations. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside though. If people live there, they keep it tidy. This here.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you. Quite old and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other. The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar. A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front. The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck of light catches your eye on the rooftop, sunlight reflecting off.
What does that mean? Do you have
More than that. Whenever you wanted, like your
a pair of binoculars or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
cheek against the cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Affirmative.
In our defense, nothing pointed here. Many leads pointed elsewhere. Don't beat yourself up, officer. We did not put guns in there.
The lieutenant pauses.
We will make up for it. Here. Where?
He does not answer. He feels uncomfortable.
We should move now.